Hey everyone, Destroyer here. First off, I apologize for the terrible lighting. It's probably about 9:30 and just got home from work, so I promised a review on the Condor Kevlar tactical gloves, and I intend to make good on that. So, this is going to be the torture testing portion of the Condor tactical Kevlar gloves. So in each of these gloves, just as a reminder, there is a Kevlar plate that goes over the knuckles. And let me remove that just so you can see. Looks like that. You know, pretty simple, nothing fancy, but it's pretty tough. So my question is, how tough? And that's exactly what the point of this is. So I took off, as you can see, I have one glove without, or one hand without a glove, and one hand with a glove. So I'm going to test the durability. A lot of you are probably wondering how. This is how. We're going to start off with a 5-pound dumbbell weight, dropped from the height of this trash can. So I'm going to center above the knuckles and drop it. Actually managed to break part of the wood on that one. So the first round, we'll take this off here, just so you can see, no tricks. That's the glove, and the knuckles are completely intact, no damage. So we're gonna put them back in, put it right back down there. Actually, just like so. And we're going to upgrade it. So, that's right folks, 10 pounds. Gonna upgrade this to 10 pounds. We'll keep the same height and drop. Oh, I think we have a winner. Yeah, there we go, folks. That's it, 10 pounds. We got a nice few pieces here. So, I'm going to actually do another test right there with the left-handed glove. As you can see, I'm completely gloveless now. And we're going to try it again with the 10-pound weight from the same height, just to make sure, don't want to give you guys, bad testing. Nope, 10 pounds definitely did the trick. So we're back, and to kind of conclude the results, since it may have been hard for you folks to see, the 5-pound weight didn't do anything to the hard shell knuckles in the glove. Completely undamaged. However, when I did it with the 10-pound weight, yeah, that broke it. So, me personally, I'm probably going to look at getting some, well, not getting, but making my own knuckles out of steel or some other hard metal. I think for most people, the hard shell knuckles that are in it will do just fine. I don't have the equation on me, but there's a way to roughly, I believe, calculate the force of impact of a weight. You'd have to get a 3-bar balance scale in order to figure out the mass of the item. Then once you have the mass figured out, then you can calculate the height and get roughly from the mass and the height and the weight of the object, you can get the rough velocity that it's traveling at, and you already know the point of impact is going to be on the knuckles, and so once you have that, you can relatively figure out how hard that thing's going to hit without actually testing for yourself how hard you need to hit to get it to break. So don't go out and punch brick walls with this, people, but do know that it will protect you against a decent amount of everyday bumps, scratches. If you had to get into a fight, you'd be fine more than likely, unless you're going to full swing someone in the jaw. You may have issues if you're Arnold Schwarzenegger or someone like that who can put a lot of force behind your punch that most average people can't. However, there is one good thing. I got a hold of Condor and spoke with one of their reps, and they're actually sending me new hard shell protectors for the gloves for free. Yeah, I don't even have to pay shipping. All I did was I explained to them, there was an accident with them. I wasn't wearing the gloves at the time, but a weight fell on them and it cracked the plates, and I was just trying to ask them, where can I buy new plates? I'm not going to I wasn't trying to get something for free, but it's a legitimate concern. If you're going to pay $30 for gloves and something happens to these knuckles, you want to know where you can get the replacements for them without having to call the manufacturer every time. Well, it does seem that nobody sells the replacement protector shells for the knuckles. However, you can't beat free, honestly. So I'll put an update on this. I haven't gotten them yet. I spoke to them 2 days ago, I believe, and they're supposed to be in the mail by UPS, so I should get them here within another 3 to 6 days, more than likely. But that's pretty awesome. When a company takes care of their customer, even if it was their own fault, a complete accident, even if it was negligence, that's awesome. I didn't tell them, I was intentionally testing these out. I didn't want them to think I was being overly rough on their gear. I just told them, weight accident, and they were nice enough to send me a replacement pair. So that's pretty awesome, guys. Not a lot of companies are willing to do that. So, and the turnaround time was fast too. I wouldn't recommend, if you do get these gloves, using the field form to contact them. That's actually on their website. I would send them a direct email to the actual address that they list. That was how I got a response back, and I think I got a response within 12 to 14 hours. It was pretty quick. It's unusually fast for most companies to respond that quickly. So, to kind of wrap things up, yeah, these are great gloves in my opinion. There's some cuts. And I did have to, like I said, if you saw my other video about repairing the seam, I did have to repair the seam, but I've since then not had any issues. I can see at some of the joints, there's a little bit of wear and tear. But, that's going to happen on gloves. But the leather's not cracking. It's still pliable. The palms are still nice and reinforced. They're not splitting. Now, I will warn you, it does say that these are, I think something like 60% Kevlar. I'll have to check. No, they're 52% Kevlar. Folks, that does not mean hardened Kevlar, so please don't expect these to stop a knife. I cannot stress that enough. A lot of people seem to think that, even 50% Kevlar would do the job. Well, Kevlar is a fabric, and the problem is the impact of a knife is completely different than that of a bullet. Honestly, I wouldn't even expect these to stop a bullet. Maybe a .22. That's pushing it, honestly. But, yeah, don't expect these to stop you from a knife. Honestly, I got these because they make great heavy-duty gloves for when I'm out shooting. They have great area space for breathing room. And at the same time, they keep my hands warm, which is nice because most guns that I shoot are not polymer. Therefore, they retain a lot of the cold from around us when we're shooting, and that does not make for a pleasant shooting experience. So, they are what they are. They are good quality for the price that you pay. They're not going to be, a 3-year pair of gloves unless you're very, very light on them. At the rate I'm going, I'm probably looking at replacing these. My guess would be, at about the 2-year mark if I do my own repairs. If I don't, I'm probably going to look at spending another $30 for gloves again in another year. Because I've had these for, probably about, November. That puts us at about 3 months. And they're showing some wear. But other than that, they're doing well. So if you're looking for a good, inexpensive pair of gloves, you know, not wanting to spend more than about $30, I would definitely look into the Condor Tactical Kevlar gloves. They have great protection, great padding, they breathe just about the right amount, and they've made it, at least for me, a very pleasant experience to shoot in wintertime out in the desert and at the outdoor ranges. So, thanks for watching, and this is Destroyer.